Back, UGTV, we work in the streets, and we back with my man, Andrew Barber, Fakeshoredrive. Y'all already know what time it is. And while we were gone, we were back here talking and chilling and stuff. And I was asking, I wanted to know, is there any artists that's any big artist names that you probably would like to get some of their stuff, like to probably do some work with right now?
As far as Chicago or just everywhere?
Just everywhere.
In general.
If it's Jay-Z, Beyonce, ooh, Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce is right. I mean, I like, everybody would like to work with Jay-Z or meet Jay-Z or be involved with those people. I've met Kanye a couple times. He's a nice guy. He's not very accessible. Common's definitely a person that I've always, looked up to and admired his music since I was a little kid.
So that's your favorite. That's one of your favorite rappers.
Yeah, absolutely. And another like Twista was a guy the same. He was like the same as Common to me. I grew up loving Twista, and now I see him out. We talk, and I have a good relationship with him and his camp, and that's kind of like crazy. That's a person that I never imagined that I would be, friends with or know on a personal level like that. Like, he sees me, he knows who I am. That was kind of crazy, like, having that. And then, somebody like No ID, who's like, and Traxter. I love legendary Traxter's music, but like No ID, I'm talking to him the other night while he's at the Grammys. He won 3 Grammys the other night, and I'm sending him emails like, yo, congratulations on the 3 Grammys, send me a picture. And he's like, yo, hold on just a second. He snaps a picture of himself on his cell phone and sends it to me so I can put it on the site. Like, to me, that's what's really cool. Like, that's the kind of
that's love, right? Yeah, that's real. That's real.
That's what makes me feel, good about what I'm doing and positive. Like, I'm really doing something and people enjoy it. Somebody that is so important as him and having like one of the greatest nights of his life would take some time out to take a picture and send it to my website.
You definitely are. You definitely are. So, on that note, how many hits do you think that you probably might get on a day, on a daily, on a day?
On a day, I don't do crazy, insane numbers, but very, very, very respectable for a niche website in a niche market. I do between 3,000 and 5,000 hits a day.
That's pretty good.
Which is great for a hip hop blog that only focuses on Chicago. That's pretty good. That's very.
And how long?
It's really hard to get.
How long the website been up?
October of '07, so just a little over 2 years.
And you getting that many hits already?
Yeah, I mean,
I know a lot of. It's a lot of guys that just they put their stuff on. Probably been on for a long time. You probably getting more hits than those guys.
Yeah, I mean it's really just about going out there and building it and networking. Like when I started, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any of the artists. I mean, I'd gone to shows and I'd met people, but I was kind of a nobody. A lot of times people just look at you, oh, he's just trying to ride coattails and meet people and meet a famous person. But like I was going to these events and I printed up some business cards and I was just throwing them to everybody. Anybody that looked important, I was giving business cards to. Like, yo, I got this website, man. I really want to highlight Chicago talent. And, at that time people were like, how many hits do you get a day? I was like, 50. 80 hits a day is what I get. And people didn't even know what a blog was. They're like, what? You want me to send you music so you can give it away for free?
Right.
And I was like, well, it's not really like that. I mean, yes and no, but I wanted, it's kind of a promotional tool. And, eventually people caught on and it gained momentum. And, later on, Double XL, honored me, Vibe honored me. I was in the Tribune and the Chicago Reader and stuff. So, that kind of press helped me out a lot.
Okay, so know that you got to get your music out there, man. You got to get to me. Don't be scared to get it out there. You want people to hear you. If we don't hear you, we don't know you. Sorry. That's just the way it is. Keep it real on Fakeshoredrive, man. Don't be fake. As far as the website, is there any haters or any? I know you probably get it's Fakeshoredrive. I know you probably get a bunch of haters, but is there any like stuff that you can't put on the website because it's like, whoa, like, oh my God, that dude's hating real hard.
Man, I guess it's the funny thing is everybody's like, oh man, it's Chicago and it's just haters. That's they just live in the comment section. And the crazy thing about the comment section on my side is it's kind of taking on a life of its own. Like people dwell in there, and they're known as the anonymous haters, and people have made songs about them. People have made music videos about them. Like it's really kind of taken on a life of its own, which is crazy. Like, I never imagined that the comment section would be one of the most, popular things about. People love it, even though it's a lot of hate. And a lot of times it makes me mad because people hate so much, and it's just like, a lot of times it's people that actually know the artists, people that know me. It's disgruntled rappers that may not get their music on the site, but, I guess that comes with the territory. If you're going to put yourself out there, as far as being a rapper or being a blogger, then you have to have thick skin because, if you become a big deal one day, if this rapper blows up, they're going to be attacking you. If you're Kanye, Kanye gets attacked every single day for something.
Well, I look at it as hate on, but you're still listening.
Yeah.
You got, the haters are like, we need you guys. We need you.
Yeah, and they definitely, I pay attention to what they say, because you want to try to make your readers happy. So I know there's certain things I've learned through them, but, a lot of times it is constructive. So a lot of times they're right. A lot of times they're wrong. But sometimes,
and, the rappers the artists or whoever's on your site should never hate on that. You know what I'm saying? They should embrace that and probably change, maybe turn into the artist that they might like. You know what I'm saying?
And unless it gets personal, because sometimes it gets personal. Like, you get girls on there saying stuff about guys. You have, people that have grown up with other rappers. There's been street-related incidents or things like that, and people go in there and expose that stuff. Like, I've had...
Definitely don't put that on there.
I don't condone the violence and the hate, Like, I've had rappers call me and say, oh, man, we used to torture such and such and beat them up and do this and that, and can you interview us about when we used to beat them up and we shot at them and this, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with the violence and the gangs, and I know that exists here. That is an element that exists in Chicago. I'm not hiding from it, but I want this to be about the music and not about some street stuff.
That was very, very gay. If anybody called and tried to explain to you about hating on somebody else, or if they jumped or beat somebody, please, Chicago, stop it. Please stop it. You guys just need to stop all the madness out there. Quit hating on each other.
Saying, I slept with this such and such rapper and his wife ought to watch him, and it's just who does that? Who does it anonymously?